Right then, I'm just going to use my fan brush now. I'm going to go straight into this mauve colour. I might get a bit of a lavender, bluey lavender colour tone as well, and just a tiny bit of black. So I'm using both these dark colours and putting a smidgen of black just in with that. We know we've got Culzean Castle here, and it's got a lot of rocks and stuff on it. So the way I'm going to work it is, I know that the actual hill itself comes out to about here. It'd have been easier if I'd have put some masking tape on. In fact, I think I will. It doesn't matter if it's actually wet even. I'll just make my life a bit easier. Just pull a bit of masking tape off. Follow the horizon line that you've just set for yourself. Whoops. It will stick just enough. There. That's perfect. It will stick just enough. There we go. Right, now we can go for this. So yeah, we're going to use these colour tones throughout the whole painting, you see, so it might not match with the water yet, but it will do when I've finished. Right, I know there's a little peninsula just on the end of there, which comes like so, the Culzean Castle, and then basically it comes from there, and we've got this castle and stuff then. And then it goes from there and rises, but I'm not going to go too high at the moment because we need to go right over the tape as well, where you put the tape, go right over it. There. Make sure you get a nice contrast with this, because whenever you're doing these sunset scenes, it's the contrast which gives it the depth. You sometimes see these little ends and stuff on the brush. What you can do is, when you're pulling your paint out, you pull the sides as well, and it sticks the bristles together again. Ways and means, stops them sticking out and being a pain. Right, and then with this foothill, like I say, we're going to have some trees on it and stuff, so I'm not going to have it coming too high yet. And then it goes out and then up to about there. Try and just concentrate basically on that top edge, getting that top edge nice and tidy and neat. I'm going to put some trees and stuff on top of this peninsula, little stander trees. Scotland has got a beautiful coastline, it really has, it's amazing. I've never been, but I've seen enough photographs of it to know that it's wonderful. Can't wait to go this year. Now we've started the business up and everything, it's going to allow me to be able to go to places and destinations where I could never afford to have gone before. So I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to it. This summer's going to be an absolute blast. Somewhere about there. Blend that back. I think it's on its last legs, this fan brush. I'm going to have to buy another. I've got another one here, but it's a bigger one, you see. The bigger ones you don't have as much control over. It's good if you're doing a massive canvas, because then it makes that a bit easier. Right, so basically we've got this peninsula in there. So what I'll do, I'll just take that tape off. It doesn't matter if it takes any of the yellow off, There you go, because we're going to paint underneath all of that anyway, you see. Brilliant, that's worked a treat. Right, so I'm going to just use a small round brush for this. No, I'm not. I might have a go with a little. These are cheap, you get them in packs from places like Netto's, small little brushes. Or you can use the filbert. I might actually use a filbert, little round filbert brush, Bob Ross filbert brush. They're brilliant for these little trees that I'm going to do now. That same colour that we just used, I'm going to just tap. Show you. Like we do with a 1-inch brush, tap into the colour and then push and get a ridge. Just dark. And then the castle's going to be just here. So behind where the castle is a stand of trees. There, just a little stand of trees. They're just showing, just there. Make sure it's dark enough, the colour that you use. So another one, sat just on its own, you see. Just out there. Again, these are just indications. That far away, just an indication of some little trees sat on top of this little peninsula. There we go. A few smaller ones just in there. What I'll do is I'll paint the hill back in again. Leave some parts of it showy, and then you've got some bigger trees just up in there. They're just showy. At the top, but don't kill it all. It's not just blobbing it on, you actually want the light to show through the trees. Too many people just tap for too long, and that's what you need to avoid, tapping for too long. It's coming on now, it's starting to come together. Couple of little separate trees just down there. Tap a bit softer if you want them to be further away, and a bit harder if you want them to be closer. Right, I'm just going to go back to my fan brush again and get that same colour, good and dark, black, and this lavender that I made, this mauve that I made, sorry. Get the brush, load it to a chiselled edge, sharp, and then just up where your hill is, I'm just going to go back in again and reintegrate that top edge. Put it back in again. Should have maybe waited for tape, you know, not to take it off yet, but it doesn't matter too much. There. As long as you get this dark enough, it will give you some nice shadows as well on your hill. Don't want it to just look flat, you see, you want a bit of depth in there. Wonderful. Yeah. You're going to enjoy this one. I hope we get a few people doing this for subscribe the video, because I'd love to see what you guys come up with. It's not that difficult to do, it's quite a simple little painting, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it, that's one thing. Right then. See you in a minute.